reportedly use their own version of it, and some early Christian accounts describe martyrs being executed inside bronze animals. The concept of being slow roasted alive while your screams are converted into entertainment stuck around in the human imagination for a very, very long time, which says something pretty disturbing about us as a species. Today we're going over the most evil punishments in history, and look, I need to warn you, this one's going to get rough. Number 3. Ling Qi, death by 1,000 cuts. It's Imperial China, somewhere around the 10th century, and a man has been convicted of a crime so serious that a simple beheading won't do. The emperor has ordered Ling Qi, a punishment so brutal that even in a world where people were regularly fed to lions for entertainment, this one stood out. Ling Qi translates roughly to death by 1,000 cuts, and the name is not an exaggeration. The victim would be tied to a wooden post in a public square, and then, piece by piece, a trained executioner would begin slicing small strips of flesh from their body. The key word there is small. This wasn't a hack job. The executioner was a professional whose entire job was to keep you alive and conscious for as long as humanly possible. He'd start with the chest or the arms, taking thin slices that bled profusely but didn't hit anything vital. The goal was to inflict maximum pain while delaying death by hours, sometimes days. Some accounts describe executioners making over 3,000 individual cuts before finally delivering the killing blow. Now, you might be thinking, surely nobody actually did this. But Ling Qi was used in China for nearly 1,000 years, from the Tang Dynasty all the way up until 1905. We know it was real because there are photographs. Actual photographs from the early 1900s showing victims mid-execution. The images are so disturbing that they've been studied by philosophers and academics trying to understand the limits of human cruelty. They're out there on the internet if you want to look them up, but honestly, I really wouldn't. What makes Ling Qi particularly chilling is that it wasn't just about the pain. In Chinese culture, the body needed to be whole for the afterlife. By cutting someone to pieces, you weren't just killing them. You were destroying their soul's chance at peace in the next world. It was a punishment that extended beyond death itself. That's a level of cruelty that goes past physical and becomes genuinely existential. The punishment was typically reserved for the worst offenses: treason, mass murder, crimes against the emperor. But in some dynasties, it was also used against tax evaders and corrupt officials, which seems like a pretty aggressive audit. One famous case involved a eunuch named Liu Jin,